Although the entertainment industry loves to capture fictionalized worlds and realities, there are a few films that live up to the task of depicting accurate historical events that are also visually entertaining. A couple of films come into mind, such as All the President's Men, Zodiac, and The Post. One film in particular manages to do all these things well, while at the same time allowing the opportunity to deeply reflect on it once the credits roll up. This movie is Tom McCarthy's Spotlight, the 2015 film that follows the Boston Globe Spotlight team in 2001 as they investigate the systemic Catholic Church abuse scandal in Boston, which ultimately gave way to the discovery of other major abuse scandals across the nation. Spotlight gracefully tackles this issue in a way that is equally informative, visually engaging, and at certain points difficult to watch. The film informs rather than attacks, which is a crucial point regarding conversations about religion and media, as the church, its congregants, and the outside viewer can form unbiased opinions without the pressure of unrelenting facts or misleading stories. Spotlight's strength comes from the historical accuracy that makes this movie unlike many others. It honors the crucial events without attempting to turn the Spotlight reporters into heroes or the Catholic Church into a merciless villain. The viewer can confidently believe the film as it respects every side of the story. In one particular scene, the Spotlight team seeks to uncover documents that incriminate one particular priest in the Catholic Church. However, the Church goes a long way to cover up his abuses, even using our court system to prolongate the process of uncovering these documents. Although these practices are vicious and vile, it depicts a pretty accurate rendition of what actually happened. As a viewer that was not born in 2001 or does not know the complete facts regarding this scandal, it provides a pretty good insight into what happened, allowing the viewer to acknowledge and form their own opinions regarding the scandal, even if you're a worshiper or not a worshiper. Spotlight's presentation as a film rather than a documentary or a text provides a more gripping and compelling recollection of events, used to sympathize with the viewer as they form stronger opinions about the abuse scandals through incredible performances from the actors and actresses, as well as well-shot scenes that place the audience right in the thick of the action. In one scene that depicts the Boston Globe Spotlight team right after 9/11, Mark Ruffalo's character pushes to have the story published, even after the tragic events of 9/11 are headlining the news. After being denied, Mark Ruffalo's character lashes out in anger and storms out of the building. This anger can be felt throughout the screen, and as a viewer who may or may not be a worshiper, you understand the anger and where it's coming from, as well as the anger being something that cannot be captured through a documentary or a text or an article. Spotlight has many instances of this, and they do it incredibly well so that the viewer can be emotionally engaged as well as visually engaged in the movie. Part of Spotlight's success is its commitment to telling the complete story. Certain scenes go into detail about the horrible abuses these priests committed, yet the film never falters and embraces these scenes as part of the film's creative structure. As a viewer, you're tempted to look away, but these stories are meant to be seen and heard, and it allows to further open up conversation regarding religion and its flaws. In one scene, Rachel McAdams' character meets up with a victim in order to capture their side of the story. This victim uses the word molest as they begin to tell their story. Rachel McAdams' character makes a clear point that the word molest does not go far enough in depicting the abuses that the priests committed on these hundreds and hundreds of children. Although it may seem harsh, Rachel McAdams' character was correct. In order for the viewer to completely grasp the nature of the situation, certain details that may or may not be, that may be awful to hear, need to be heard and seen in order to completely understand the gravity of the situation. The Spotlight investigative team did an incredible job in depicting and uncovering the truth regarding the Catholic Church. As a viewer, You may have felt anger towards the Catholic Church or anger towards the investigative team that sought out to uncover the truth. Regardless of how you feel, the film does a good job of making sure that both sides of the story are heard, and it opens up conversation regarding religion and entertainment as it can be used to tell stories that need to be heard.